Welcome to Peak Ambition, the place where excuses die and greatness is born. This is not just another YouTube channel. This is a movement, a mindset, a battle cry for those who refuse to settle for average. Here, we don't believe in luck. We believe in hard work. We believe in discipline. We believe in pushing past pain, embracing the grind, and never backing down, because success isn't given. It's earned. If you're ready to take control of your life, to break limits, to turn your dreams into reality, then you're in the right place. Get ready for raw motivation, powerful speeches, and the mindset shifts you need to dominate every aspect of your life. Hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and prepare to unleash your full potential. Because at Peak Ambition, we don't just talk about success, we go get it. Let's get to work. Success isn't something that just happens. It's something you create. It doesn't knock on your door, and it doesn't fall into your lap. You have to go out and get it. Every dream, every goal, every ambition you have is within your reach, but only if you're willing to put in the work. Too many people sit around waiting for the perfect moment, the right opportunity, or some kind of external push to get started. But the truth is, if you keep waiting, you'll be waiting forever. The only way to achieve what you want is to take action right now, not later, not tomorrow. The world is filled with people who have big dreams but never act on them. They talk about what they want, they visualize success, they think about the life they could have, but they never take the necessary steps to make it real. Why? Because taking action is hard. It requires effort, and it requires stepping out of your comfort zone. And most people aren't willing to do that. They want success to come easily. They want to wake up one day and suddenly be wealthy, fit, happy, and successful without putting in the sweat, time, and energy. But that's not how life works. If you want something, you have to get up and work for it every single day. It doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't matter what challenges you've faced or what obstacles are in your way. There are countless stories of people who started with nothing, no money, no connections, no special skills, but they still made it because they took action. They refused to let circumstances define them. They didn't wait for the stars to align or for someone to give them a chance. They created their own opportunities through hard work, persistence, and sheer determination. Success is about movement. If you're not moving forward, you're standing still. And if you're standing still, you're falling behind. There will never be a perfect time to start. You will never feel fully ready. But you don't need to be ready. You just need to begin. Every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goal. And once you start taking action, momentum builds. The hardest part is getting started, but once you do, everything becomes easier. Some people spend so much time planning and preparing that they never actually take the first step. They tell themselves they need to do more research, they need to wait for the right moment, or they need to be better prepared, but what they're really doing is procrastinating. Planning is important, but action is what creates results. You will never have all the answers when you begin. You will never feel 100% confident, but that's okay. The most successful people in the world didn't have it all figured out when they started. They learned as they went. They made mistakes, they failed, they adjusted, and they kept going. Excuses are the enemy of success. If you want to achieve something, stop making excuses and start making moves. Yes, life is unfair. Yes, you will face challenges. Yes, there will be days when don't feel like working. But none of that matters. What matters is what you do despite those challenges. Do you let them stop you, or do you push through? The choice is yours. You have one life, one chance to make something of yourself, one opportunity to leave a mark on this world. Don't waste it sitting around hoping things will get better on their own. Don't waste it dreaming about what could be. Get up and make it happen. Take action today, take action tomorrow, and keep taking action until you achieve what you set out to do. Because in the end, success doesn't come to those who wait. It comes to those who grind. No one is coming to save you. This is one of the hardest truths to accept, but it's also the most liberating. Too many people go through life waiting for someone to rescue them, waiting for the perfect opportunity, waiting for a sign. They think that someday something will change, and suddenly all their problems will be solved, but that day never comes. If you want something, you have to take full responsibility for making it happen. No one else is going to do it for you. It's easy to blame circumstances. It's easy to say that life is unfair, that you weren't given the same chances as others, that you're stuck because of where you came from or what you've been through. But the truth is, none of that matters in the grand scheme of things. What matters is what you do with the hand you've been dealt. There are countless people who have started with nothing, no money, no support, no connections, but they still made it because they refused to wait for someone to come and change their lives. They took control. They took action. If you want success, you have to stop waiting and start working. No one is going to give you the perfect job. No one is going to hand you financial freedom. No one is going to wake you up in the morning and force you to chase your dreams. It's all on you. And that's a good thing, because once you realize that no one is responsible for your success but you gain the power to change your life. You stop depending on others and you start relying on yourself. Think about the people you admire, the ones who have built something great, the ones who have achieved real success. Do you think they sat around waiting for someone to come along and give them permission? Do you think they blamed others when things got tough? No, they took control of their destiny. They understood that the only way to win is to take action. They didn't wait for motivation. They didn't wait for a helping hand. They got up and did the work even when no one was watching. The reality is life is hard. It will knock you down. It will test you. There will be days when you feel like giving up. There will be moments when you feel like everything is against you. And in those moments, you have two choices. You can wait for someone to come and fix things for you, or you can get up and fight for yourself. The ones who succeed are the ones who choose to fight. Excuses won't get you anywhere. You can blame your circumstances, your past, or other people, but at the end of the day, none of that will change your reality. The only way to move forward is to take ownership of your life. You have to be your own hero. You have to be the one who decides to work harder, push further, and never settle. No one is coming to do it for you. You have everything you need within you. You have the strength, the intelligence, and the ability to create the life you want. But it starts with taking responsibility. It starts with accepting that your success is entirely in your hands. The moment you stop waiting for help, the moment you stop expecting someone to come along and make things easier for you, is the moment you take back your power. So stop waiting. Stop making excuses. Stop expecting things to get better on their own. If you want something, go out and get it. No one is coming to save you, but you don't need them to. You are more than capable of saving yourself. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. This is a fact that has been proven time and time again. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you don't put in the effort, if you don't show up every day and grind, that talent will go to waste. Meanwhile, someone with less natural ability but an unstoppable work ethic will surpass you. Success isn't about who is the most gifted. It's about who is willing to put in the work when others won't. Too often people assume that talent alone is enough. They think that because they are naturally good at something, they don't have to put in as much effort. They believe their abilities will carry them to the top. But the truth is, talent without discipline is meaningless. There are countless stories of people with incredible potential who never achieved greatness because they refused to put in the work. They relied on their gifts instead of developing the discipline, resilience, and dedication required to succeed. On the other hand, there are people who weren't the smartest, the strongest, or the most skilled, but they outworked everyone else. They stayed longer, trained harder, and pushed themselves past their limits. They didn't rely on talent. They built their skills through repetition, practice, and relentless effort. They understood that success is earned, not given. The most successful athletes, entrepreneurs, and leaders in the world weren't always the most talented in their field, but they were always the hardest workers. Think about some of the greatest athletes in history. Many of them weren't born with extraordinary talent. They developed it through years of hard work. Kobe Bryant was known for his insane work ethic, arriving at the gym before sunrise and staying long after everyone else had left. He didn't just rely on talent, he outworked everyone. The same applies to business leaders, musicians, and creators. They didn't wait for inspiration or luck to carry them forward. They put in the hours, the sweat, and the sacrifice to turn their skills into mastery. The problem with relying on talent is that it creates a false sense of security. When things get tough, when you face challenges, talent alone won't save you. Hard work, on the other hand, builds resilience. It teaches you how to push through failures, how to adapt, and how to keep going even when the odds are against you. Those who rely only on talent often crumble when faced with adversity because they never learned how to grind through difficulty. But those who have built their success on hard work have an unshakable foundation. They know how to keep moving forward no matter what. The beautiful thing about hard work is that it's completely in your control. You may not have been born with certain abilities, but you can develop them. You may not be the best today, but if you put in the effort consistently, you can become the best over time. Hard work levels the playing field. It gives anyone, no matter their background, their circumstances, or their starting point, a chance to win. So if you ever feel like you're not talented enough, smart enough, or skilled enough, remember this: hard work beats talent every single time. The people who succeed aren't always the most gifted. They're the ones who refuse to quit. They're the ones who wake up early, stay late, and give it their all day after day. They don't make excuses. They don't wait for opportunities, they create them. You have a choice. You can sit back and hope that your natural abilities will carry you through life, or you can commit to outworking everyone around you. If you choose hard work, if you choose to grind every single day, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Talent may give you a head start, but hard work will take you all the way to the finish line. Discipline is more important than motivation. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes like waves. One day, you feel inspired, energized, and ready to take on the world. The next day, that feeling is gone, and suddenly the tasks that once excited you feel like a burden. This is where most people fail. They rely too much on motivation, thinking that they need to feel inspired every day to take action. But the truth is, success isn't built on moments of motivation, it's built on discipline. On the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. Think about any successful athlete, entrepreneur, or artist. Do you think they feel motivated every single day? Do you think they wake up every morning excited to train, to work, to put in the hours? No. They have bad days. They feel tired, unmotivated, and discouraged, just like everyone else. But the difference between them and everyone else is that they don't let their feelings dictate their actions. They show up anyway. They put in the work even when they don't feel like it. That is discipline. Discipline is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who give up. It's easy to work hard when you're feeling good. It's easy to chase your dreams when everything is going right. But what happens when things get tough? What happens when the excitement wears off, when the results aren't coming as fast as you expected, when you're tired and frustrated? This is the moment when most people quit. They say, I just don't feel motivated anymore, and they stop. But those who have discipline keep going. They understand that progress isn't about how you feel. It's about what you do consistently. The key to building discipline is creating habits. You can't rely on motivation to wake up early, go to the gym, study, or work on your goals. You have to make it a habit, something you do automatically without thinking. This means setting a schedule and sticking to it no matter what. It means doing the work whether you're in the mood or not. Over time, these small actions add up, and discipline becomes a part of who you are. One of the biggest mistakes people make is waiting to feel ready. They say, I'll start when I have more energy, or I'll wait until I'm in the right mindset. But waiting for the perfect moment is a trap. There will never be a perfect moment. If you always wait to feel motivated, you'll never get anything done. Instead, you have to train yourself to take action regardless of how you feel. The more you do this, the stronger your discipline becomes, and the easier it is to push through obstacles. Another important part of discipline is learning to control your mind. Your mind will always try to take the easy route. It will tell you to sleep in instead of waking up early. It will tell you to skip a workout, to relax instead of working on your goals, to quit when things get hard. If you listen to those thoughts, you will never reach your full potential. But if you train yourself to override those excuses to take control of your actions, nothing can stop you. At the end of the day, motivation is a luxury. Some days you'll have it, and some days you won't. But discipline is a necessity. It's what keeps you moving forward when everything else is telling you to stop. If you want to succeed, stop chasing motivation and start building discipline, because the ones who win in life are not the ones who feel the best every day. They're the ones who do the work no matter what. Greatness requires sacrifice. There is no success without struggle, no achievement without effort, and no greatness without giving something up. The people who rise to the top in any field, business, sports, music, or any other pursuit, have one thing in common. They were willing to make sacrifices that others weren't. They gave up comfort, distractions, and sometimes even relationships to focus on their goals. That's the price of success, and not everyone is willing to pay it. Most people want to be successful, but they don't want to make the sacrifices that success demands. They want the rewards without the effort. They want the results without putting in the work. That's not how life works. You can't have it all. You can either chase comfort or you can chase greatness. You can't do both. Every successful person has had to make hard choices along the way. They've had to say no to nights out, to laziness, to instant gratification, to anything that distracted them from their mission. Look at athletes who reach the highest level. They don't just train when they feel like it. They don't just eat right when it's convenient. They sacrifice junk food, late nights, and social events because they know that every decision they make affects their performance. They live a life of discipline, and that's why they stand out. The same goes for entrepreneurs. They work long hours, take risks, and sacrifice short-term pleasures to build something greater in the long run. They don't waste time scrolling through social media or watching TV for hours because they know that time is the most valuable asset they have. One of the biggest sacrifices on the road to greatness is time. Time that could be spent relaxing, going out, or doing things that bring immediate pleasure must be invested in hard work. While others are partying, sleeping in, or wasting hours on meaningless activities, those who are serious about success are working. They're learning, training, improving, and doing whatever it takes to reach their goals. It's not easy, but it's necessary. Another major sacrifice is comfort. Growth happens outside of your comfort zone. If you only do what feels easy, you will never improve. The best in the world push themselves beyond their limits every day. They wake up early when they want to sleep in. They keep going when their body tells them to stop. They embrace discomfort because they know that's where progress happens. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. If you're not willing to be uncomfortable, you're not willing to be great. Sometimes sacrifice means letting go of people who don't support your journey. Not everyone will understand your vision. Some people will try to hold you back, whether out of jealousy, fear, or simply because they don't see what you see. If you surround yourself with people who don't push you to be better, you will never reach your full potential. Sacrificing toxic relationships, negative influences, and people who drain your energy is necessary if you want to succeed. There will be moments when you question if it's worth it. When you're working late while others are sleeping, when you're pushing through pain while others are resting, when you're sacrificing short-term pleasures for long-term success, you will wonder if you're making the right choice. But in those moments, remember this: greatness is reserved for those who are willing to do what others won't. If you truly want success, be prepared to make sacrifices. Be prepared to give up comfort, time, distractions, and sometimes even people. Because the road to greatness isn't easy, but it is worth it. The question is, are you willing to pay the price? Never give up. This is the single most important principle of success. No matter how talented you are, no matter how hard you work, no matter how disciplined you become, there will always be obstacles in your path. There will be failures, disappointments, and setbacks that make you question everything. But the ones who succeed in life are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who refuse to quit. They keep pushing forward no matter how many times they fall. Giving up is the easiest option. It's the comfortable way out. When things get tough, when progress seems slow, when the results don't come as quickly as you expected, the temptation to quit grows stronger. Your mind will start making excuses, telling you that maybe it wasn't meant to be, that maybe you're not good enough, that maybe it's time to walk away. But this is where most people fail. This is the moment that separates those who achieve their goals from those who give up too soon. Every successful person you admire has faced moments of doubt and failure. They have been rejected, criticized, and knocked down more times than they can count. But what made them great wasn't their talent or intelligence. It was their persistence. They refused to let failure define them. Instead of seeing setbacks as the end, they saw them as lessons. They adapted, learned, and kept moving forward. That's the mindset you need if you want to succeed. Think about Thomas Edison, the man who invented the light bulb. He failed over 1,000 times before he got it right. Most people would have quit after a few attempts. But Edison didn't see failure as a reason to stop. He saw it as part of the process. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 1,0,0,0,0 ways that won't work." That's the attitude of a winner. The same goes for countless other successful people, athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, and leaders. They didn't stop when things got hard. They kept pushing forward even when everything seemed to be against them. One of the biggest reasons people give up is because they expect instant results. They work hard for a few weeks or months, and when they don't see the success they imagined, they lose motivation. But real success takes time. It takes years of grinding, failing, learning, and growing. If you're not willing to be patient and persistent, you will never reach your full potential. You have to trust the process and keep going, even when it feels like nothing is happening. Another reason people quit is fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being good enough. But fear is just an illusion. It only has power over you if you let it. The truth is, failure is not something to be afraid of. It's something to embrace. Every failure is a lesson. Every setback is an opportunity to improve. The people who achieve greatness are the ones who take risks, knowing they might fail, but refusing to let that stop them. So when you feel like quitting, remind yourself why you started. Think about your goals, your dreams, and the vision you have for your life. Think about how far you've come, how much you've already overcome, and how much stronger you are than you realize. Quitting guarantees failure, but if you keep going, you always have a chance to succeed. The road to success is long and difficult, but it's worth it. If you want to achieve something great, you have to be willing to push through the hard times. No matter what happens, no matter how many times you fall, no matter how impossible it seems, never give up. Keep grinding, keep fighting, and keep moving forward. Your breakthrough is closer than you think. You've got two choices right now. Walk away and stay the same, or step up and start grinding. The difference between winners and losers is simple. Winners refuse to quit. So if today's message lit a fire inside you, if you're ready to level up, don't just watch. Take action. Push harder, stay disciplined, and never let excuses win. And if you need that extra push, you know where to find us. Hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment on what you're grinding for. Let's build a community of unstoppable people. This is Peak Ambition, and we're just getting started. Until next time, stay hungry, stay focused, and never stop climbing.